You have been visualizing wrong your whole life. The correct way to visualize is to do it in the way that requires the least amount of energy. I want you to be able to visualize while you're waiting in the line at the DMV. I want you to be able to visualize when you're waiting for your coffee at Starbucks. Okay? And the easiest way to do that is to simply think of your desire, and whatever image pops up, boom. That's your visual, that's your mental act. It is done. You just went to that reality, and now it will manifest. And the only one that gets in the way is you. You see, people don't realize that they mess it up whenever they assume that they have to feel something. The most powerful imaginal acts are the ones that feel like you did nothing, or it's almost like you tell yourself, is that it? You see, it's never that you didn't make it strong enough, or it's never about, oh, but I have to do it in theta. I have to do it right before bed where my ego is not getting in the way. We have been manifesting with our ego talking crap the whole time, okay? Our ego never shuts up when we are driving on our way to work, when we are trying to finish a big project, when we are in the middle of a conversation. Our ego is talking autopilot all the time, and it's always manifesting negative shit, okay? So it's this lie, this myth that we have to constantly be in theta state, okay? The easiest way is to ask yourself, what would it be like if I had my SP? And whatever pops up in your brain, that's it. As a matter of fact, just by simply thinking, you already went to that reality. It is done. This is the way it works. When you simply think of a desire, not try to manifest it, but just think of it, you are already planting a seed. When you imagine the wedding ring that you and your SP are going to have, let's say they have you blocked right now. When you think of that wedding ring, all of a sudden, a thought of you pops up in their head. Or if a thought doesn't pop up in their head, the friend who they were going to meet the next day at the laundromat all of a sudden thinks of you, and then they have an idea to bring you up in a conversation when they're at the laundromat the next day. They bring you up, and then it plants a seed in her brain, and then she starts thinking about you. 2 weeks later, she finally gets the guts to send you a message. The ball gets rolling, and next thing you know, a few years down the road, the white picket fence, you guys have 3 children, and you are happily ever after, married, in love. But the moment that you go, okay, is it working? That's it. That's all I got to do. The moment you do anything like that, the person who is going to tell them about you at the laundromat says, oh, you know what? Never mind. I don't want to bring up her ex. I don't want to bring that guy up, because what if she gets mad? And next thing you know, the seed is never planted, right? You see, the seed can plant, but it can also be taken and uprooted out of the soil just as fast. And it's all because of you. Now, if you maybe have ups and downs, right? If you stay consistent, that seed will have to be planted, and eventually reality will go, okay, well, he just keeps on, he's shifting, but he keeps on going back to his reality. So we need to go to the one where he keeps shifting. So if you keep shifting to the truth, if you keep reminding yourself, no, I don't care that I'm still blocked for 6 months. I don't care if my SP who has the big ass at the gym is still, talking to the other guy with the bigger biceps. I know that we're married, and that's that. Then the seed is planted, and whatever has to happen will happen. And a lot of you guys keep thinking that everything has to happen overnight just because you read something on Reddit. But all those success stories on Reddit are just usually 99% of the time a text message, right? But your version of the text message could be simply that they got a thought. Maybe they're the person who doesn't send a text message right away when they're thinking of you. But the fact that you did a technique and you stayed in that state, and even though they're still talking to the guy with the big biceps, or they still have you blocked, they thought of you. And if you stay in that state, what has to happen naturally that would happen with that person to reach out to you will happen. Okay? But your imaginal act does not need to be this crazy David Fincher film. It doesn't need to be in perfect high definition. You don't have to feel anything. Your manifestation is truly and solely based on the not the technique itself, but the state itself. Okay? So if you want help on how to truly manifest the reality of your dreams, whether it's SP, whether it's money, whether it is a physical appearance change, look no further. The links are in the description.